Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. We're going to talk about your side hustles, your businesses, and the ability to or the decision not to insure your business. So we're going to talk about that. Now, first off, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a tax professional. I don't even know much about the law. I'm joking, I know a little bit. I do read some books, but I'm not a lawyer, okay? So if you want to pay somebody really high amounts, to go for it. But I'm going to give you some ideas based off of my experiences owning multiple businesses, lots of side hustles throughout the years. And we're going to talk about the difference between having to pay for insurance for your business or incorporating, okay? So first off, I'm going to put a link below to a coupon code. It's an affiliate link, but it gives you $100 off and a free 15-minute consultation to Corporate Direct. Corporate Direct is owned by Garrett Sutton. I've gotten to know him over the years. He has put together, I think, 5 or 6 of my companies, my entities, and his prices are incredible. Sorry about the plane flying over. I love the prices and I love their service, okay? So I use them all the time. Even one of my California corporations, C Corp, I actually pay them to work on the documents, change things for me when I have shareholder changes, things like that, because the prices can't be beat. And I know them all. So again, down below. You know, a lot of people start businesses when they go from the side hustle to the business and they go get insurance, because in this day and age, anybody can sue for anything. It's just getting wacky. And you need to be careful with that, because there is a thing about, you know, there is the reality about being over-insured and people just talking you into and scaring you, especially some insurance salesmen saying, you know, this could happen, this could happen, this could happen. Now, I do believe that it is very important. Some industries like mine, let's say with a construction company, I have to carry insurance. I have to have a bond for my company. I have to be bonded, and I have to be insured. And I have a few different insurance policies, right? But sometimes with a lot of things, you go, well, what is my liability? You know, if I'm selling flowers, or there's so many different side hustles that you do, you know, selling cars, things like that. And you go, well, what is my liability? You know, can someone slip and fall on the premises where I'm doing business? Or is it something I'm going to sell that down the road could cause some bodily injury or something where somebody wants to sue, right? Or maybe they feel that the deal was not good. So what I try and tell people is one way of very inexpensive insurance in many states, okay? And let's put California aside because they have a corporate tax that's just out of this world, a minimum tax, is setting up your business, going from a sole proprietor or a partnership to a actual like LLC, a C Corp, and then depending if it's taxes, an S. See, setting up an entity does one thing. It puts a very serious barrier between you and somebody suing your company, right? Because it now created, as before, when your company was a sole proprietor, it was being, you know, you're doing business as, you registered a DBA, but it really still comes down to you being the owner and your social security number. Whereas when you start an LLC, you actually get what's called an EIN. And that takes the place of a social security number, okay? It becomes, if you think about it, the business, the LLC, now becomes the taxpayer. That company is who has to talk with or answer to the IRS, right? It also is the person that talks to the judge if there is a lawsuit. And when you are the owner, right, a shareholder or a manager of the company, you have less liability. Now, again, not financial or legal advice, but remember, there's a big difference between a multi-member corporation or LLC and a single member. A single member is very still easy to penetrate the veil. It's called piercing the corporate veil. See, that veil is set up in between you, the owner of the company, and whoever might be suing you, okay? And when I say it's a lot less sometimes, because insurance keeps going up, but corporate fees can be somewhat fixed. And you'll find that sometimes setting your company up right, and this is where you want to go get good legal advice, and that's why I like that code, because it's a free consultation to see if this works for you. And a lot of times, you're able to put a veil of protection between you and a would-be person that's suing you. Now, getting into the different types, I'm going to start doing videos on that and what the difference is between an LLC, LLP, corporation. We can talk about that later. But I want to emphasize the protection aspect, because a lot of people go running right out to get an entity because they think it's going to have more tax benefits. There's really only a couple of different tax benefits that you would get with a corporation or a limited liability company that you couldn't get with a sole proprietorship. But really, it's about the protection, okay? It does add validity when you're going to the IRS and you're asking for certain write-offs, okay? But again, it's really the protection. So one thing I want you to look at, if you've made it this far in the video, is when you're looking at insuring your company, look at really what kind of issues can come. Is someone going to sue you because you have a storefront and they could slide on a freshly mopped floor? Well, then you're probably going to need insurance for those kind of things, right? Or if you're building, there's some industries that literally, like I said, construction, you're forced to get insurance. But some businesses, it's like, I'm in a consulting company. Do I need insurance, actual liability insurance? You may not. You may choose to. It just really, what I want you to do is go, am I overinsured as opposed to I have less coverage when it comes to corporate veil, okay? Some people just spend tons of money on insurance over here, and then they don't look at the aspect of, well, maybe I need to cover myself legally in a corporate setting. Okay, and especially I love multi-member corporations because it's harder for somebody trying to attack you and your company to prove that everybody that runs the company, the board, all the owners were in collusion to do whatever they're saying that you did. So there's a lot of benefits. Now, I'm going to give you a book you should read. I love the book Own Your Own Corporation by Garrett Sutton. I know it sounds like a commercial, but it really isn't. I truly, truly love their company and their services. So again, I'm going to link that below. And please, in the comment section, let me know what you think about corporations, your pros and cons. There's a lot of good stories out there, and we'll put them in the comments, guys. So thank you so much. The Economic Ninja is out.